In Lekki, Lagos, people say money changes everything. What they don't tell you is that sometimes it just activates the evil that was already waiting. Amara Okoye believed she had a simple life. She was beautiful in an effortless way, the kind of woman who didn't compete with anyone because she didn't think she had to. She dressed casually, laughed easily, trusted deeply, and most importantly, she loved her husband. Kelechi Okoye, the man of her dreams, tall, dark, handsome, and polished, the kind of man people admired at parties and warned their daughters about later. To Amara, he was safety. To others, he was opportunity. Their lavish but classy wedding was one that brought plenty talks of envy amidst their clique. Amara's aunt, who is super rich, had sponsored the wedding, and trust me, she went all out for her beautiful Amara. Amaras was an orphan who was brought up by her aunt. Though her aunt was never married and has no kids of her own, she never joked with Amara. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, drop a comment, so you don't miss and continue to enjoy all this channel has for you. Just a year after the wedding, Amara's aunt passed away after a brief ailment. The news shattered and broke Amara. Why would she leave me alone in this wicked world? Shortly after the burial, the inheritance came quietly. No dramatic reading of a will, no family meeting. Just a lawyer's call that changed the temperature of the marriage overnight. Property, cash, long-term investments. Enough money to make people smile too hard? Kelechi smiled that way. Though it's sad what had to happen, but God finally remembered us, he said, holding Amara's hands a little tighter than usual. But someone else smiled too. Nadine. Kelechi's younger sister, or at least, that's what Amara believed. Nadine was tall, curvy, and always looked like she had somewhere important to be. Sophisticated, expensive perfume, sharp eyes that missed nothing. She moved in shortly after the marriage to facilitate her Nyasi from close proximity, but never left, and soon after moved through Amara's house like a silent owner inspecting her property. "I'm so happy for you," Nadine said, hugging Amara. Her arms lingered, her eyes didn't. Some hugs are warmer than others, and some are measurements. What Amara didn't know was that Nadine wasn't just her sister-in-law. She was Kelechi's girlfriend. She had been there before the wedding, during the engagement, and after the vows. They didn't fall into an affair. They entered an agreement. Amara was the plan. Soon after the inheritance was cleared to Amara, Kelechi convinced her on getting a car as the one they currently use preferred the mechanic workshop than it did their car park. She listened. Soon the new car arrived, sleek, expensive, symbolic. Kelechi insisted she use it more often. "You've suffered long enough," he said. "Enjoy your blessing." Nadine agreed. "You deserve the best," she added. And they meant it, just not in the way Amara thought. Late one night, while Amara went to church vigil, Kelechi and Nadine stood in the garage. Metal glinted under fluorescent light. "Are you sure?" Nadine asked quietly. "At high speed," Kelechi replied. "There won't be time to regret anything. People think murder requires rage. Sometimes it only requires patience." The next morning got back from church. She told her husband she had a business meeting he had forgotten about and needed to rush to. "My love, I don't know why you don't drive the new car," he said. "Amara, babe, I'm just not used to that car yet, but you are right today. Nah, today I'm driving it to my business meeting." She grabbed the keys and kissed her husband goodbye. "Wish me luck," she screamed as she entered the car and set to drive out. The highway was loud. Lagos traffic always was, but something felt wrong. Amara pressed the brake. Nothing. She pressed harder. Nothing. Her breath caught in her throat. No, 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 no. The car screamed. Metal folded, glass exploded, and the world went black. They cut her brakes. They planned her death. What they didn't plan for was that Amara would live. Amara woke up to white walls and machines that beeped like reminders. She was alive. Few broken bones, bruises, pain that wrapped around her body like punishment, but alive. The doctor called it luck. Amara didn't. "Someone did this," she whispered. Kelechi cried beside her hospital bed. Real tears, or at least well-timed ones. "I almost lost you," he said. Amara watched him carefully. "Almost," she replied. Nadine visited too. Prayers, flowers, loud concern, too loud. Trauma sharpens the senses. And suddenly, Amara noticed everything she had missed and was too blinded by love to see. The mechanic's report arrived quietly. Brake lines, cut clean, no accident, no failure, a choice. Soon after she was released to go home from the hospital, that night, Amara asked a question she already knew the answer to. Do you think someone wanted me dead? Kelechi froze, just for a moment. Don't say that, he said. That moment was enough. From her bed, Amara started watching and paying keen attention to her husband. Phones turned face down. Late nights, whispers behind doors. One night she heard laughter from the guest room, Nadine's voice, Kelechi's response. Too familiar, too intimate. She didn't confront them, she didn't cry, she smiled, because the truth had finally introduced itself. A private investigator she had secretly hired confirmed everything. The affair, the financial motives, the planning. They didn't just want your money, he said. They wanted you gone. Amara closed her eyes. Then they underestimated me, she said. Because what's more dangerous than a jealous lover is a woman who survives attempted murder and chooses silence. Amara healed quietly. She didn't scream, she didn't accuse, she didn't warn them. Instead, she moved her money, changed beneficiaries, recorded conversations, let them believe she was still weak. Nadine grew impatient. She's still breathing, she hissed one night. Finish this. Kelechi shook his head. Relax, she trusts me. That trust would be his final mistake. When the police came, it wasn't dramatic, it was thorough. Evidence stacked neatly, recordings played calmly, financial trails exposed. Nadine screamed, Kelechi begged, Amara watched. In court, the judge spoke plainly. Attempted murder, fraud, conspiracy. Kelechi looked at Amara. I loved you. She met his eyes. No, she said, you used me. They went to prison. Together, they wanted her money, they wanted her life as collateral damage. What they got was time, long, quiet time, to remember who survived. Amara stepped onto her balcony overlooking Lagos. Free, awake, dangerous in the calmest way possible. She didn't get revenge, she got justice, with interest. If it was you, would you confront them immediately? Or stay quiet like Amara?